Hello friends, welcome to Wordy Tales. Today I'm going to share a story that might completely change how you see your struggles. It's the story of a boy who thought life was unfair, who felt that every challenge was too heavy to carry, until one day he learned a lesson so simple yet so powerful that it transformed his life forever. So stay with me till the end, because by the time this story finishes, you'll see your own problems in a whole new light. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by green fields and singing birds, there lived a young boy named Arav. Arav was bright, kind and curious, but he had one weakness. He complained about everything. If the sun was too hot, he sighed, "How can anyone work in this heat?" If the teacher gave homework, he grumbled, "This is too hard." And if his mother asked him for help, he muttered, "Why is everything always so difficult for me?" Day after day, his complaints grew, and slowly people started to avoid him. You see, no one likes being around someone who only sees problems. One evening, after listening to his son's endless complaints, Arav's father finally said, "Come with me. I want to show you something." They walked in silence until they reached a quiet pond at the edge of the village. The water was still, perfectly reflecting the sky above. His father handed him a small handful of salt and said, "Throw this in." Arav did as told. "Now taste the water," his father said. Arav bent down, sipped it, and immediately spat it out. "It's so bitter," he said. His father smiled calmly and said nothing. Then he gave Arav another handful of salt and led him to the wide river nearby. "Now throw it here," he said. Arav tossed the salt into the flowing water. "Taste it again," his father instructed. Arav cupped his hands, drank, and looked up in surprise. "It tastes fresh, and I can't taste the salt at all." His father smiled and said softly, "My son, life's problems are like this salt. They never go away. But how bitter life feels depends on how big your heart is. If your heart is small like the pond, every problem will make your life bitter. But if your heart is like the river, wide, calm, and flowing, you won't even feel the bitterness." Those words struck Arav deeply. That night he lay awake thinking about the pond and the river. He whispered to himself, "If I stay like the pond, I'll keep suffering. But if I become like the river, I can handle anything." The next morning he decided to change. When his teacher gave him extra homework, he didn't complain. He told himself, "This is my chance to get better." When his mother asked him to carry buckets of water, he smiled and said, "This will make me stronger." Even when the summer sun burned his back, he whispered, "This is another test, I can face it." At first it wasn't easy. The habit of complaining tried to pull him back. But every time he remembered his father's words, he took a deep breath and moved forward. Weeks turned into months, and something beautiful began to happen. Arav started to change. His face looked calmer, his energy lighter. His friends started spending more time with him. His teachers praised his effort. His parents smiled with pride. And inside, for the first time, Arav felt peace. Life still brought challenges, exams, mistakes, chores, bad days, but he no longer drowned in them. He flowed with them, like the river that carries leaves, sticks, and stones, but never stops moving forward. One evening, Arav sat by that same river, watching the sunset paint the sky gold. He smiled and whispered, "The problems never went away. I just learned to grow bigger than them." My friends, life will never be free from challenges, but that's not the goal. The goal is to grow strong enough, calm enough, and wise enough to carry them with peace. So whenever life feels heavy, just ask yourself, am I being the pond, or am I being the river? Because true strength isn't about avoiding problems, it's about flowing through them gracefully,